Did you get paid Friday and now it's Monday and all your paycheck is gone? And you're kind of like, what the heck happened? Welcome. My name is Danielle and I am super passionate about helping women take control of their finances, because the scary reality is that almost 70% of us are going into retirement without a dime. We got to fix that. So let's get into today's topic, which is the foundation that will help you get your paycheck back. Up first is the reality check. 41% of women do not feel confident managing their finances. 41% do not feel comfortable managing their finances. And I really feel like it's because 50 years ago, you and I couldn't even have a bank account without a man's approval. Whether that be your husband, your son, you had to have a man's signature to get an account, a credit card, all of that. So we're only talking about 50 years where women have really had the power to take control of their finances. And because of that, most of us feel, I'm not looking at that, or I'm going to let someone else handle it. But the truth of the matter is no one's coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. It's up to us. We have to do it. So how do we do it? Step number 2, after our reality check that no one's coming to save us, we need to know where our money is going. And this is scary as hell for a lot of people. But you need to write down everything you spend for 30 days. I'm only asking for 30 days for a lifetime of financial success. But for 30 days, you need to write down every flipping penny that leaves your debit card. Every single penny. And the reason that I want you to do this is because after 30 days, you are going to see very clearly where your money is going. Not only that, but you might see somewhere that your money is going that you no longer spend. You no longer even use that account. You no longer go to the gym. You no longer watch this subscription service. And girl, we need all the money that we can get because Friday we got paid. Now it's Monday, we're broke. So yeah, we need that $150, right? So step number 2, write it down. Get familiar with where your money is going so that we can take our next step. Step number 3 is hard. But once you have that checklist of where your money is going, you can step into step 3 with ease, and that is going to be to cut unnecessary spending. If you find that you are spending $250 a month on iced coffee, that you could probably make it home for 20 bucks, what could you do with that $230? Girl, you see? You are going to see, you have already done the hard work of seeing where your money goes. It's going to be shocking and eye-opening. And now you're going to be like, I'm not doing that anymore. So we're going to cut out those unused subscription services. We are going to cut out the things that we were unaware that we were spending on. For me and my family, it is entertainment. Like, I am so frugal on our bills and household stuff, but going to the movies, 40, 50 bucks, usually don't even bat an eye over that. But I'll tell you the good part. If you work on cutting out what you don't really like, you'll have what you need for what you really do. Step 4, we're going to automate your savings. And I've read a ton of finance books, like girl, all the finance books, and all of them say pay yourself first. And I didn't even know what the heck that meant. Like, I was like, what are they talking about? I've already paid. I've been paid. What they are saying is, if you bring home $1,000 a week, you are going to pay yourself in a savings account that does not have a debit card. As much as you can spend, as much as you can afford out of that. I would set a certain amount, such as 10, 15, or 20%, that you don't even see. We don't even see it, and we don't have access to it easily, right? over time, that piles up, even if it's only $10, right? If you start out with $10 this year for 52 weeks, you'll have $520. And for someone who's possibly living in a ton of debt right now, $520 is a solid start. Dave Ramsey, the financial guru, his step 1 on 7 steps to becoming a millionaire, 7 baby steps to becoming a millionaire. Step 1 is to save $1,000 as fast as you can for rainy days. Because baby, it's always going to rain. It is always going to rain. One day soon, it will be raining and you will need that money. So after you cut your spending, you might find that $1,000 stacks up easily. If it doesn't, let's start getting rid of unused things. You could take on a second side hustle if you have time for that. There are plenty of work at home jobs I can definitely let you know about. Or get creative. You can put those puppies on feetfinder.com. I don't care that you need $1,000 fast. You need $1,000 for rainy days because, as I said, and as you know, it is going to rain. Last up is embrace the budget. And this does not have to be hard because you've already done the hard part, right? You've already seen where you are spending. You've already cut out what we don't want to spend anymore. You have already automated your savings so that you pay yourself first and you don't even see it and you don't miss it. And you've acclimated your life to the new smaller portion, right? So now that you have done all of that hard work, the rest of it is pretty easy, right? You know, this is what I've got. I know that I don't want to go back to that. So here's what I have. Here's what I can spend. You definitely need to know how much your fixed cost will be. This is your rent. This is your phone. All of the things that you cannot live without. Groceries, gas, whatever that is. And then you have the rest to spend. So that's the hard part. Automate your savings. See what you have. And then the rest is spending, right? I told you before, if you do the work and you know what you no longer want to spend on, you'll have the money to spend on what you want. And stick to this. You owe it to yourself to let that savings stack. You don't need the pair of shoes, I promise. And watch your savings and your life change. Last up, celebrate the small wins. Celebrate all the wins. If you have an accountability partner, someone who's also trying to get out of debt, going through this with you, let them know everything. Girl, I was going to buy da-da-da, and I didn't. Or Marshall's was having a sale. 50% off the whole store. I drove right by. Or, girl, I hit $100 in my savings account. Whatever it is, celebrate the small wins because this journey is treacherous and not always easy. So anything that we can celebrate, let's celebrate. If you have an accountability buddy that's going through it with you and you both hit a goal, plan a movie night. And a movie night me and my friends do games. I love game night. Celebrate whatever it is. Treat yourself and let yourself know and let your friends know I'm doing this and this is what it is. Let's celebrate. And I promise they will be as enthusiastic as you are. I had a friend who was working on her credit in private. I wish she would have shared it with me. I would have celebrated with her along the way, but she needed to do it in private. She spent a year working her tail off and came to me and said, I raised my credit score 200 points. And I was like, oh my God, that is worth celebrating. That is like, girl. But even if it's not that, like, even if it's 50 points every couple of months, like, celebrate that. You are doing it. You can do it. And I'm here to help. So here's to us, ladies, taking control of our finances, becoming the bosses that I know we all can be. Like and subscribe. This is only step 1. In just a few short weeks, you are not going to believe where you are headed. Good luck, girls. Share it with me in the comments and let me know how it's going.